We decided to use three chapters, chapter 2, chapter 4, and chapter 3, because we like them a lot and we think they correlate with each other. In chapter 2, we can see we put rapid cognition, adaptive unconscious, and free will. In this chapter, it talked about a lot about the rapid cognition, or called team slicing, that is when we react very quickly without thinking. So it says that it's very important for our lives to survive, because we make choices without thinking that much, because sometimes we don't have the time to make the decision. And adaptive unconscious is that we sometimes think free, but if you put into different perspectives, the work can change how you think. For example, there is an example of they give kids some words, and because they saw that works, you can make another words depending on what you saw.
The chapter 3 talks about stereotypes and of the dark side of rapid cognition. A good example of this is the story of Warren Harding. And he was a politician, and people think he was very tall and handsome and very charismatic. So one day he decided to run for president, and he won because people think he was very smart. But the reality was that he wasn't prepared for being a president, and actually he was the worst president in American history. So the point of this is that sometimes in the haste to make a decision, we base that decision in a bad evidence.
Chapter 4 talks about a man who was once a soldier and now he's a commander. When the United States wants to prepare some of these soldiers to go to war, they talk to him and ask them to train them in a certain way. So the soldiers are one team and this commander has another team, and they both are supposed to fight against each other to see who wins. And they noticed that the way the commander thought was that he didn't analyze a lot of information as the other team was doing. So he was able to make instinct decisions and act with his intuition. That way he performed better at war, and that was what he thought. He taught the other group to not overwhelm themselves with information, because sometimes that can cloud your decision-making process.
Well, my name is Tabata, and I'm going to make a bilateral comparison with this chapter. So, well, in chapter number 2 and chapter number 4, they have both in common improvisation and rational thought, because chapter 2 take topics like the free will and adaptive unconscious, but when you mix that with not overthinking, with instinct, you have as an output improvisation. And also, by the other side, you have chapter number 2 with chapter number 3, that in common you're gonna have judgment and information, because on the chapter number 3, you have stereotypes, the dark side of rapid cognition, but also when you combine it with the number 2, you have your free will and the rapid cognition. So are those quick thoughts that you have with your previous experiences?
And finally, to conclude, we as a